Hello, all. Tonight I want to talk about something different. I'm not going to do a video or a book review. I want to talk about my UFO sighting. Yes, I did have one. In 1972, I was attending a summer camp in Washington, Maine called Camp Meadowlark, and I was waiting to go swimming. There was a thought back then that if you had just eaten, that you should wait half an hour before you went swimming because it was thought that you would get a cramp. That turns out to be an old wives' tale, not true. But anyway, at the time they thought it was true, so I was just sitting around waiting, and I was just, standing by the mess hall. I happened to look up into the sky, and in the right quadrant of the sky, I saw something strange. At first, I thought it was like maybe an old rocket motor or something that had fallen, but it didn't move, and I thought that was odd. It was in the same spot in the sky, and it was just kind of sitting there, sort of hovering. The best way I can describe it is that it was a truncated metal cylinder, looked sort of like a steel drum, very dull gray, and had a series of sort of squarish white lights around the bottom that were rotating in a clockwise pattern. Um, it also had a sort of a shorter cylinder underneath, and then there was sort of like a little cone at the bottom, kind of like a rocket motor. Uh, it just hung there silently in the sky, and then suddenly, I don't know how this happened. It was here and then it was there. I didn't see any movement. It just appeared in one part of the sky and then it was in another part of the sky instantaneously. Again, it didn't do anything. It just sort of sat there for, I would say, 2 to 3 minutes, and then a bright green flame shot out from the little cone at the bottom, and it just vanished. It was like poof, it was gone. Seconds, and it was gone. Didn't make a sound the whole time. Uh, Based on what I saw, I would say that the length of the object vertically was about 60 feet, when horizontally is about 40 feet, and the circumference, I'd say, all around was about 50 to 60 feet. I had a feeling at the time that it was unmanned, that it was some sort of probe. I don't know why, I just got that feeling. I've made a drawing of it here, and unfortunately, I'm not a very good artist, but hopefully, this kind of conveys what I saw. Hope you could see that. It was just in pencil, not a very good drawing, as I said. But that's what I saw, and again, that's all I can really say about it. I would say that the distance from me was about 1 to 2 miles, and that the height appeared to be about 500 miles up in the sky. Um, I don't know what it was. All I know is what it wasn't. It was not an aircraft. It was not a helicopter. It was not a rocket. And it was not a bird or, the planet Venus or anything like that. As I said, it appeared to be sort of a truncated metal cylinder, almost like a kind of a steel drum shape. Um, and I remember at the time I asked one of my camp counselors who happened to be in the same area at the same time. I said, "Did you see that?" And he said, "Yes, I did." And I asked him, "What did you see?" And what he described to me was exactly the same object that I had seen. I can't state what it was. I don't know if it was an extraterrestrial spacecraft of any sort. I won't make that guess because I just don't know. But it was something. It was some structured object of a very, strange design. I've thought about it since, and I've wondered if maybe the green flame might have been helium, which burns green. If it was some sort of a helium ram scoop, maybe that makes a little bit of sense. Helium is a very abundant element in the universe, and if you were sending a probe to another planet, maybe you might design it to harvest helium, or hydrogen. But hydrogen burns red, not green. That's why I thought helium, maybe. But again, that's just a guess on my part. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you about that sighting. I did report it to MUFON a couple of years ago, but I never really heard back from them. But at least it's on record. So, and I did find out later that during that period, which was mid-August 1972, there was a quote-unquote UFO flap in that same area around Augusta, Maine. So that's another interesting fact. Um, but I just wanted to let you know, that's what it was. That's what I saw. If you have any comments, please leave them for me, and I'm always interested in hearing what you have to say.